Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jaeger and I'm super excited about today's video. I know it's been a long time since the last one, but I was able to figure out how to do some editing on my phone instead of my computer. My computer was just not able to do it, unfortunately, but the good news is I have a really cool one today. We're gonna be looking at rank 4 Joe Fixit. So to start, I wanted to highlight what you just saw me do there. So that's gonna be one of the key things to playing Joe Fixit. Is you really want to be able to kind of interrupt your combos to get your cards that you want. So you can see what I did there was I did a medium, I tapped block, and then I kept my combo going. So you can do that in between every single normal hit that you do, and it counts as ending your combo for the hit purposes of his ability. So you can effectively reset his hand in one combo. So that was one thing I wanted to call out, because I know a lot of people think that just rolling diamonds is like such a death sentence, and that's really not the case at all. Like you can see, if I roll diamonds here, the fight's over in like a special 2, special 1, but he is able to just completely reset it by doing a medium, block, light, block, and then light, medium, and you just have 4 cards there. And you can do that for really any combination that you want. So if you wanted to end up with 3 hearts, let's say, or 4 hearts, you can do that. Just light, tap block in between all of them. You'll be good to go there. And it's just really cool. Nice little skill expression. It's cool that he's got like all the casino elements. There's some, RNG stuff. You hit that jackpot, he goes absolutely berserk. But also just generally, you're able to have a lot of cool skill expression with how you're stacking up your cards, and kind of what order you want to do things in to get your debuffs. So yeah, just really awesome stuff there. So while we're going through Realm of Legends, I want to kind of talk through his kit. The 3 main cards that you want are the spades, hearts, and clubs. Spades are going to give you an attack bonus and then crit rating during your specials. Your clubs are going to give you combat power rate off of heavy attacks, and then also give you a passive power gain during your special, which is really cool. I love rolling clubs off of specials because you can kind of loop them back to back. And then hearts will give you both lifesteal and then also extended debuff duration during your specials. And these all stack, so when you look at his sig, the numbers seem kind of small, but they do stack up to 4 times. You can get up to 40% debuff duration, or up to 120% of a bar of power off of each of your specials, which if you're doing the math there, you can throw your special 1 and you'll be back over where you started, similar to how you'll see America Chavez with 3 dimensions up, get more than a bar of power off of her special 1. So really cool stuff there. Especially with how many bleeds you can stack up and how you want to stack his debuffs. I absolutely love clubs. 50k, 120k, yeah, just pretty insane. The spades crit rating is really nice for the special 2 rotation. With the special 1 rotation, doesn't really matter as much because you're hitting just like, tiny little Tommy gun shots to stack up the bleeds. But the special 2, man, if it crits, it crits big. So here we're going to jump into Alliance War, and this is a rank 4 Enchantress. I've been trying to get some Enchantress clips with Joe, and you'll see a couple more in this video, but this is a rank 4. She's tactic, Joe is not, and this is also on ebb and flow knockdown. So I know that's messing with his debuffs there, as well as the fact that he's not tactic, taking on a tactic attacker. We're going to take a lot of damage here, and this is a great way to show off Joe's lifesteal. I'm going to be doing a lot of showing off the lifesteal in this video. These are absolutely not perfect fights, but that's kind of what I wanted to show. Is that even when things don't go your way, he's really great at just making sure things are back under control and that you're able to take care of business, get the fights done, and that's really what matters to me. I love champions that are able to do things like that, where if the fight goes wrong, you can keep things going, and if the fight goes right, you're just going to absolutely have a blast. So yeah, Joe just been so awesome. Just a joy to play with lately, and some of the most fun I've had in the game, honestly, has been just playing with him and trying to see the things he can do. You can see here we rolled the jackpot, which is awesome. So she got the 3 blue spells up, which is quite nice. Here you're able to see, I don't know how she hit me there, but yeah, this is where I eat a bunch of hits because that's how it goes. But you can see here, boom, just massive amount of healing off of that special 2. And that was with only 2 stacks of the jackpot left. So that was only 14% of the damage that we were healing back. I generally like to go for 2 spades, 2 hearts. Kind of maintenance upkeep there is my preferred way to do it. But you can see just massive medium attacks there, 33k, and boom. So ate a lot of hits there, still took care of business. And here we have a Rintra. Nothing crazy in terms of nodes. This is off-season war, so just kind of taking what I can get. But a good chance to show him off against a pretty beefy Rintra with masteries in Alliance War. And you'll see there's a ton of overkill here. It could have just been like even probably a rank higher Rintra, and it won't really matter. This is a good chance to show off his Disorient as well. They're actually quite potent. They're 40% Disorients, which is a lot stronger than I thought it was. I thought they were like 25% before I started digging into them this week. But yeah, you can get a 40% Disorient up, and you can stack that multiple times with the Special 2, because the way the Special 2 works is it'll re-trigger the last debuff that you triggered as well. So basically from the second special on in the fight, you'll be stacking 2 debuffs with the Special 2, which is really cool. Here we're just going for the Special 1. We get the Disorient up. You can see he only gained, I think, 1 charge off all the hits on that Special 1, so that's the Disorient at work there, making sure he's not gaining his stacks. You can see we got pretty lucky with the jackpots here in a fight where it just literally doesn't matter at all. It's off-season war against a Rintra with effectively no nodes. But still really cool. You can see there just miles and miles of overkill. We probably would have had like 30 to 40 bleeds up there. So just really cool stuff. If you like stacking up debuffs, Joe's your guy. Here we have the Ordeal Dr. Doom. This is kind of the quote-unquote long-form fight that I wanted to show. Pretty tricky fight, and you have to have the extra large champs, which of course Joe is. But what you'll see here, we're going to finish this fight with a full yellow bar. And you can see, like, I think everybody knows this Doom does a lot of chip damage. He's got his natural block penetration, and then you add Bubble Shield into the mix. It's just, it's not a recipe for a fun time, I'll tell you that much. So, another thing I was not taking advantage of at all, because I just haven't fought Doom that much, and he's not a 7-star recently. But if I was able to get the Petrify up, he would not have been activating his aura, which would have made this fight probably just marginally easier. But it still goes pretty well either way. So you can see here we have those 2 Disorients up, and those are going to be 80% reduction. So let's say we wanted to try and knock him down here, for example. We probably would have been able to if we wanted to. But yeah, just really, really cool. I had no idea his Disorient was that potent. So generally speaking, in the fights where you want his debuff utility, so either the Petrify, the Weakness, or the Disorient, you're probably going to want to go for Special 2, because you're going to be able to more consistently stack those up, and they'll last longer because his debuffs start at a 10-second base duration, and I believe they get plus 5 seconds for each bar of power that you use. So Special 1, I think it'll be 15, Special 2, 20, and then Special 3, 25. The Special 3 is really interesting. It increases the potency of all your card effects by 30% until one of your debuffs falls off. I didn't include it in this video because it got pretty long, but I was able to go against Labyrinth Starlord, so 3.3 million health, and I was able to keep that bonus up for the entire fight. So it's actually pretty cool, and honestly probably would have been good to go for in this fight, to be honest. So maybe I'll try it again at some point, going for the Special 3 rotation, but just kind of didn't really feel like I needed to do that here. For the most part, it's not necessary, but it is cool to keep in mind, because you could really kind of crank up your numbers pretty beastly with that Special 3, especially if you hit like a jackpot. You're going to be basically, full healing off of every combo. You're going to be getting like a bar of power per combo, and you're going to be looping those specials like crazy. It's really cool. I think the passive power gain from the clubs card is honestly one of my favorite things about him. You'll see we can kind of show it here with the jackpot, but you'll see his combat power rate is just insane with the clubs. And then also if you throw the special attack, you see, actually this is good showcase here. We'll eat the combo, and again, like I said, we'll be at a full yellow bar or pretty close to it at the end of this fight. So yeah, just his lifesteal is so nice for both keeping you topped up and also like bringing you back from the brink. If you throw a Special 2, I think I'll show that later on in this video, but Special 2 with the jackpot up has the potential to heal you for like tens of thousands of damage at once. It's really crazy, and a lot of fun. So yeah, overall, I mean, just Joe, absolute blast to play. Truly just been having a ton of fun with this guy and just trying to see what he can do. Definitely not going to say he's like the best science champ in the game or anything. Nothing crazy like that. Like I was with Luke, because I do think Luke is that good. But Joe, just a lot of fun, and I think someone that is probably worth a second look in a lot of scenarios, because I think he does a lot of things that most science champs don't. And you can kind of see it happening right now, is that damage over time. Really rare within the science class, and especially bleed. I think Joe's the only science champ with any sort of like major bleed damage. I would need to see there, but if he's not the only one. He's one of very few, and he's probably the best at it. So really cool stuff there. You can see this fight's going to be almost done. A lot of burst damage from the deep wounds. That's one thing with him. He synergizes insanely well with deep wounds and gets you the full yellow bar finish as well. Because when you get the opponent low, the burst damage that you're going to get is pretty awesome. So here we're going to have a couple Dark Phoenix fights we're going to take a look at, just because this is a fight where his Disorient is really useful for stopping her immortality. You can see we got pretty unlucky. She threw that special 1 right away. Hate to see that. I think if she had kind of played ball and let me push her to special 2, this fight's probably closer to like an 85-ish% finish, and probably a lot faster as well. So just kind of a showcase that he can do this. I'm still working on it to try and see if I can get this, either clean or fast. But one of the things is that she reduces your... Oh, I got hit too, yeah. So see, I'm pausing, stacking up those hearts, trying to heal back up. But yeah, I just want to keep the Disorients up against her, and the jackpot here really helps. You can see we're just chunking away, just getting healing. So ate a combo, got bad luck on the special 1. Probably should have done like another combo there to keep healing, but just really awesome stuff, honestly. You can see just the fight's going pretty south for the most part, and it's not a matchup that he's really meant for. And he's still able to hang in there and just kind of do what you need to do. So this was a really honestly impressive to me. I know it's kind of slow and he's not meant for this, but considering the fact that his bleed damage, which is his main damage source in here because of the safeguard, is reduced by 75%, and then on top of everything else that happened, just pretty awesome. And then here with the Disorient, boom, done. Failed the immortality there. With one Disorient, don't expect it to happen too much, but if you're able to stack up like 2 Disorients, that's going to be an 80% reduction, so pretty consistent that you would be able to fail her immortality. So here we have an Enchantress trying to intercept her, finally get it. But yeah, he's been quite good for Enchantress because his heavy attack doesn't really disrupt his flow at all. That's one of the reasons why, like, in Wheel of Fate, I used OG Hold for her and I just hated it. It's just because of how his heavy sort of messes with what you want to be doing. That's not the case with Joe at all. His heavy gives you that increased combat power rate and then also the extra power during your specials, which is really cool. So you can see we didn't crit, so with the armor up and the cowardice, not a ton of damage there. But that first crit was pretty beefy, so really cool to see that. Able to remove her spells pretty effectively there. Throw a special 1, stack those bleeds up, and she is just going to be done and dusted here. Boom, bam, done. I know it was only a rank 3, but I guess to rank 4 with that relic hit after and combo and probably another special, I don't imagine that fight takes too much longer than it did there. Here we have the second Dark Phoenix, and this one I don't fail the immortality, but kind of the rest of the fight goes a little bit better. She doesn't throw that special 1 right away and some other things, so I know it's possible to get a pretty good kill on Dark Phoenix here, but it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. It just kind of depends on how the fight goes. But yeah, I just enjoy kind of practicing using champions, seeing kind of what kind of wonky stuff they can do. But yeah, honestly, Joe just able to really keep up with her Nova Flame damage with your hearts healing. Again, I ate a special here, so both of these fights against Dark Phoenix, if I just play a little bit better / my phone doesn't freeze up on her special 2, which it's been doing recently, both of these I think go a lot better. So pretty interesting though. Boom, I just started blocking it. But yeah, get my clubs. You can see how fast the power gain that goes there. Get a couple back during the special. Like I said, I love getting clubs off of special attacks because you're able to just get so many specials afterwards. And boom, we got the jackpot. Love that. Good to see again, just huge chunks of life deal. And I definitely, like, for sure should have gone for another combo there, and I got a little bit bailed out with the second jackpot, and then I wasted immediately. But really cool stuff, honestly. Like, when you get jackpot up, he's one of the most fun champions in the game. Like, it's just so cool. You have 100% combat power rate. You have 28% life steal. You've got a huge chunk of attack going. And then you also have a lot of like block penetration and armor penetration from the diamonds, which is mainly a defensive thing, but never hurts on offense. So that could have been a lot better, but could have been a lot worse too. Same deal with this Red Skull. I hit into his auto block once because that's just, you know, how it goes sometimes. But still pretty cool. You're able to kind of take him and get a lot of damage out of that special 1. He's definitely not like the greatest Battlegrounds champ in the world, but I think he's a good enough dual threat, especially if you have him at rank 3 or rank 4, to be worth including in a lot of metas. So right now, I think you want to be trying to use the Petrify. I don't really do it here, but it's a pretty big heal for you to reverse, which will be nice, but I just wasn't really able to shake out that way here. And that weakness is also pretty spicy because it's a 35% weakness, so combined with Inequity from all of his debuffs, you're really gonna feel pretty tanky, especially within the lifesteal and everything else that Joe has going on. So yeah, the lifesteal here is an interesting one because he's got both the crit resist and the armor. So your lifesteal is not going to be as effective here as it would in other places, but it's still always nice to have. Here's what I'm talking about with the heavy as well. You get a little bit of combat power rate, get some space, nothing to worry about there. And we'll just keep it going. So boom, boom, another one. With the heavy there, that probably, you know, threw off our flow a little bit. And that was where I hit into the auto block just a little bit too early. But yeah, just overall wanted to show like you're able to kind of hang in there with a lot of pretty tough defenders. I didn't really get a chance to try them against Onslaught or some of the other tough defenders out there. But just kind of having some fun with them in the off season and seeing what I can do. So yeah, here we're going to see another Enchantress fight. This one's going to go pretty well as well. He's been quite good for Enchantress, I think, because, you know, obviously you're taking a lot of block damage. You're going to run into their heavy like I just did. Yeah, like I said, none of this is perfect gameplay by any means, so I still just want to get it out there and show you guys what he can do, because I think he's a champion where if your fights go sideways, he's just dependable. You can see a little bit healing off that special one, get the bleeds ticking, get the same combo of spells there, knock it down, and then that'll get you right back to your next special, because that 25% energized, man, like even just 1 or 2 stacks of clubs is going to be a lot of extra power gain. And it's just a lot of, like, just throwing specials and having fun in this game is what it's about. So that's his thing, man. If you just want to have fun, you want to gamble, you want to, you know, do your thing, and then also have a lot of really strong abilities on top of that, I can highly recommend you take a look at Joe for at least a rank 3, if not a rank 4. Kind of same deal there, finished off with a relic, so could have been a rank 4 and probably a similar result there. And here we have a Spider-Woman, again, mess up right at the end of this fight, which is unfortunate. I block a special one. But she's been kind of all over the place since she's been added to the Titan. Definitely one of the more impactful recent releases on both sides of the ball. Strong defender, strong attacker, so going to be seeing her a lot. I threw that medium into block. Don't have any idea why I did that. But yeah, you can see this goes fairly well, I would say. You really want to have that disorient up so you're dealing with her, what's called evade, more effectively. You can see I got the jackpot up. I don't know why. She just refuses to throw her special in this fight. You're going to see right after this. I'm trying to get her to throw a special 2. I think it's like 15 or 20 seconds or something. It's like a ridiculous amount of time that she takes to throw her special. You can see, though, I mean, we got 25 bleeds stacked up. They're ticking pretty nicely. And this is all through Inequity, I'm sure, with those 6 debilitates, the ensnare, etc. I mean, yeah, you can see just she is refusing to throw the special 2, which is really annoying. And then also evades me while I have my jackpot up. So overall, I mean, like I said, this fight definitely could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse. Like right there, I could have dexed that special 1 because I didn't have the fumble on me and I just didn't do it. So this could have been a full yellow bar and probably about, 15 to 20 seconds faster. So nothing world breaking by any means, but just really consistent, really dependable, and also much stronger on defense than I was anticipating as well. Yeah, this Sentry and Dr. Voodoo here, these are path that kind of messes with debuffs and you want to be doing a lot of crits. So both of these fights are going to go pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, just honestly, you can see just really fun, really cool champion that can kind of do a lot of stuff for you. And especially with the Hulk Relic, he's not one of the tags, unfortunately. But with his hearts, you can stack up a lot of physical vulnerabilities, and then also you get that physical resist passive on yourself. You can see pretty massive crits here, and there's no damage modifiers here except for pulling rank, which I think is what, like 1,000 attack or something like that. So nothing crazy. 62k, boom. You can see you roll the jackpot, 35k mediums there, just really awesome stuff. I was super impressed by him. I was kind of having medium expectations when I ranked him up, and he went way above and beyond what I was thinking he was going to do. So really, really glad I took the chance on him. That's kind of what I've been trying to do, because I think for the most part, the rollout of R4s I think has been kind of a miss for me personally, just because we got so many generic mats, not really a lot of rank up gems. So I was kind of running through it this morning, my BG's matches, and it's like everyone has the same 6 to 8 R4s, and it's just kind of a bummer to me. So I like making these more interesting choices. I have, Ultron, Joe, Luke, Venom, etc. I just try to spice it up a little bit and have fun. Because at the end of the day, it's about having fun, and it's about dropping 180k special 2s right on Sentry's Dome there. So make sure you don't blink for this Dr. Voodoo, because he's just going to get obliterated here. I think that the special 2 here, you're going to definitely want to see it. It's pretty massive. But this is just honestly what this game's about to me. It's just having fun, and with champions that have a lot of really unique skill expression, cool utility, the ability to run into a special 1 of a champion that released in like 2016, which you're going to see me do here in a minute. And then also heal it right back up. So just kind of, Joe captured a lot of what I love about this game. So you can see there, gigantic special 2. Like that was 280k there. If you think about that, if you threw that special 2 with Jackpot up, you're healing 28% of that as well. So that's like, 20 to 28%. That's 60 to 80,000 damage that you're healing. So just really cool. Really, really cool. I just had a ton of fun with him. You can see we have like just a bunch of bleeds ticking, huge yellow numbers, red numbers, everything you want to see all at once. So this path here, these are going to be from the teaser as well. This is going to be the heal reversal man thing. You're going to see that even without the ability to have extra crit damage, we're doing pretty good damage. I think the special 2, even if it doesn't crit, does about 90,000 damage, which is pretty insane for a special that doesn't crit and then also puts on 2 stacks of the debuffs that are also very potent. His Petrify is 60% potency, and you can very, very easily have 2 to 4 of these up at any given time. So you can take your healing and power gain very effectively, and you're going to see that in this fight, because we're going to be able to hit into him while he has 3 bars with our Petrify stacks up. And then we'll be able to run into a special 1 again. Just keep the Petrify up with our medium ender combo into special 2. Boom, 2 stacks there. So we're reversing the power gain, we're reversing the healing. And then if we want to get another stack up, I think I tried to go for the block tap there and it just didn't register. But you can just go back, get your 4 cards. You can see we'll do tap, boom, 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 finish that, 3 stacks there. And then we're just reversing his power like crazy. So really was impressed by his ability to heal reverse and power reversal. I know that's kind of a crowded space at this point, but the reason I like it on Joe is because it's not his whole focus of his kit. It's more of a cherry on top. You can go dozens of fights with him without ever even needing to use the Petrify or the Petrify there for like the heal or the power reversal, which I think is really cool. So here we're going to see a pretty beefy Sasquatch, and that's just going to be healing a lot. So effectively, this is like a 1.2 million plus Sasquatch with all the healing. We're not going to be able to heal reverse him, so no quote-unquote cheese there if anyone was worried about that. Just kind of a straight-up Joe versus a 1.2 million health Sasquatch. And I think the results were pretty impressive. So you can see another big medium crit there. With class advantage, man, those mediums are just monstrous with your spades up. So we're going to keep it going here. End it with a medium. Got another stack of spades. I do kind of like the balance of how the cards all interact with each other. It's just a really well-designed kit. I think he's so much fun. And there's never anything that you're like sad to happen, or like anything where you have to completely change how you're playing in the fight to make it work. Like really the most you have to do is just kind of calculate when you want to be tapping block, basically, to get the most out of your cards. So you can see there we got 1 stack of spades. Probably should have gone for 2 before I threw that special, but you can see how much power we got back. Again, this is only like I think I was only like Sig 40 when I took this part of the video. He's at Sig 100 now. So I only get like 30% of a bar or 45% of a bar, but at max Sig with 3 clubs, that would have been 90% of a bar power back. which is really awesome. I think that part of his SIG is probably the most important to have, like SIG 200. The rest of it I think is kind of just nice to have, but he's good to go at SIG 1 because you get that card reroll off of your specials, and that's really the most important thing. But with the block tapping, it's not like the end of the world, but getting to roll 4 clubs and also like get access to the jackpot I think is really important for him. So yeah, you get him SIG 1, rank him up, you got a great champion, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. So I think this is the last clip here. Just wanted to thank you guys for coming back. I know it's been a long time. I'm going to try and get videos out more consistently now that I'm figuring out how to make it work on my phone. And yeah, I'm just super thrilled with this guy, having a lot of fun. You're going to see him just absolutely melt this board out here. Again, another war clip, tactic defender, not a tactic attacker. Yeah, just, I don't know, just having a lot of fun. And again, at the end of the day, it's a game, have fun. And that's kind of why I wanted to put this showcase out, because I think he's a cool champ. I think he's a fun champ. I think he just encapsulates a lot of the reasons why I've stuck with this game for so long through everything that's happened. So just you know, do your thing, have a good day, spread positivity. That's kind of the goal of my videos, and drop giant special 2s on Mordo's head. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.